Welcome to your Tuesday footy feed. The AFL world is in mourning today following the death of Dean Bailey. The former Melbourne coach passed away early this morning at the age of 47. Adam McNichol has our tribute.
Adelaide players and staff gathered this morning to hear the sad news. The club's strategy and innovation coach, Dean Bailey, losing his battle with cancer.
Dean was just 47 years old, and as everyone will appreciate, his loss is devastating, first and foremost for his family, but of course for everyone at our club and for many across the football industry.
The Adelaide players and the coaches really loved the fact that Dean walked in, and we all saw what happened when he first walked in. They finished third or fourth on the ladder, and then unfortunately had to have a little bit of sabbatical and they went down. So it's no coincidence that the influence he had on that playing group and coaching group.
Bailey's career in footy was a 3-decade rollercoaster ride. Recruited by Essendon from North Ringwood in Melbourne's east, he played 53 games for the Bombers between 1986 and 92, most of them in the midfield.
Very smart tactically, strategy-wise. Good bloke, a lot of fun.
After leaving the Bombers, Bailey headed to South Australia, then Queensland, before returning to Essendon as a development coach. In 2002, he joined Port Adelaide as an assistant coach, helping Mark Williams guide the Power to the 2004 Premiership.
Always a solid citizen for me, always a great sounding board for me. But those that knew him, he had such fantastic humour and dry and always could throw it in at the right time.
Bailey won the job as Melbourne's senior coach in the lead up to the 2008 season.
JB, you go to Beta. Mort, you go back to Colt.
Renowned as one of footy's deepest thinkers, he had a big impact on the Demons players.
Even away after he was coaching, the contact that he kept with myself and the other players and the care that he showed, I really think described him as a person, and he was so much more than just a coach at Melbourne for a few years. He was so much more than that to a lot of us players.
But Melbourne was a club in disarray during Bailey's almost 4 seasons as coach. He was in charge for 83 games, winning just 22 of them, and was sacked after a 186-point loss to Geelong in 2011.
It has been a feast like we have never seen before here, and it could be the last supper for Melbourne.
During and after his time at the Demons, allegations swirled that the team had deliberately lost matches. A league investigation was eventually launched, and Bailey copped a 16-match ban for acting in a manner prejudicial to the interests of the AFL. Bailey served as strategy and innovation coach at Adelaide for 2.5 years. Diagnosed with lung cancer in November 2013, he died just 4 months later.
We're a football club in mourning. We all handle grief very differently, and I guess from our point of view, if you can just understand that it'll be a very sensitive couple of days for us.
Bailey is survived by his wife Karen and children Darcy and Mitchell.
Adam McNichol reporting. Now to the rest of the day's news, and a potential feud at Collingwood between its current coach and a former one seems to have been resolved before it ever really started. Nathan Buckley says he has no problem with Tony Shaw's view that he deserved a 1-year contract extension instead of 2.
Yeah, mate, I read the paper, and when you get down past the headline and everything else, he says he's got no problem with it. So, sure, and I had a quick chat today, but it's not going to have any bearing on Friday night, which is where all the focus is.
And the Pies have a couple of injury concerns ahead of Friday night's blockbuster season opener against Fremantle. Ben Reid and recruit Jesse White will both need to pass fitness tests to play. West Coast ruckman Nick Natanui is on the verge of passing his final hurdle ahead of the Eagles round 1 clash with the Bulldogs on Sunday week. Alex Malcolm joins us from the West with more. Alex.
Well, Matty, the mood was upbeat here at Crown Perth for the season launch for West Coast ahead of their 2014 campaign. The pre-season couldn't have gone any better for new coach Adam Simpson. The Eagles winning 3 from 3, and they've got an intra-club on Friday. When talk turned to football, it was all about Nick Natanui. He looks like he'll play a full 4 quarters on Friday, and he looks like he'll be set for round 1. Here's what Adam Simpson had to say.
Yeah, we need to get a good solid hit out of Nick. He played 40 or 50 minutes, which we wanted to last week, and now the next step is to play a full game.
Pulled up okay?
I think he pulled up well. Yeah, it's good enough to train yesterday and perform this Friday.
Well, West Coast will train on Friday and then roll into an intra-club at Patterson Stadium. and then they prepare next week for the Western Bulldogs in the Sunday twilight clash to round out round 1 of the AFL season. Matty, it's back to you.
Thank you for that, Alex. Guy McKenna looks set to get a contract extension at the Gold Coast Suns to take him through until at least the end of next season. Suns Chief Executive Travis Auld says the club is yet to work out the finer details of the deal, but confirmed McKenna will be continuing on in 2015. And before we go, Fremantle's Michael Walters and Carlton's Zach Tui have both accepted reprimands from the match review panel. Both will be available for round 1. That is your footy feed for this Tuesday. For all the team here at afl.com.au, I'm Matt Thompson. Thanks for watching.